This podcast is brought to you by Three Rivers Energy Partners. In today's episode of Digest This,
The global biomethane market, right? It's absolutely booming. It's projected to hit $62.5 billion by 2030.
these fertilizers improved soil moisture retention by up to 47%.
Google, for instance, is purchasing 100,000 tons of carbon dioxide removal credits tied to biochar.
Welcome to Digest This, Unpacking Our Sustainable Future, where we dive deep into the latest developments in sustainability and renewable energy. Join us in exploring the pioneering solutions and technologies that are shaping our future. Now, let's dive into today's episode.
So here's the thing. The global biomethane market, right? It's absolutely booming. It's projected to hit $62.5 billion by 2030. I mean, you're talking massive growth, and it's largely because of this push for renewable energy. But here's what's cool. Specifically, its practical use in transportation.
Absolutely. Biomethane is fascinating because it's derived entirely from organic waste. We're talking about agricultural residues, municipal solid waste, even animal manure. It's the epitome of a circular economy, taking what would be waste and turning it into an energy resource. Heavy-duty vehicles like buses and trucks can run on liquefied or compressed biomethane, and that's significant for decarbonizing transportation.
Right? Because those types of vehicles are some of the hardest to green, you know? Trucks, buses, they guzzle diesel. But with biomethane, it's like you're tackling emissions head on. Plus, you're optimizing waste use. It's kind of genius.
Exactly, and what makes biomethane particularly effective is its high energy density when processed. That characteristic puts it in direct competition with fossil fuels. And in a lot of cases, it's not just a cleaner option, it's also becoming a commercially viable one. Innovations in biogas upgrading technology have played a huge role in that.
Oh yeah, let's dive into that a bit. The tech advancements are wild. You've got anaerobic digestion systems now that are, like, what? Cutting production costs dramatically, right?
That's right. Enhanced upgrading processes have made it so much more efficient to capture pure methane from biogas. And when you couple that with more readily available feedstocks, agricultural and municipal waste, for example, you've got a steady supply pipeline for production. But there is a downside.
Oh, the infrastructure issue, right? Like, we can make the biomethane, but distributing it? Huge roadblocks there.
Exactly. While Europe has been leading in terms of infrastructure for pipelines and distribution networks, other regions are lagging behind. That gap limits biomethane's penetration into certain markets. It's a challenge we need to overcome to fully realize its potential.
Man, it's frustrating though, isn't it? Like, the tech is there, demand is there, but without pipelines or facilities, it feels like we're just stuck halfway to the finish line.
True, but the good news is that investment in renewable energy infrastructure is increasing globally. That's going to help mitigate distribution challenges over time. And don't forget, there are also localized approaches being developed.
Okay, that's exciting. So it's not just about scaling up, it's about creating flexible solutions too.
Exactly. That flexibility will open up biomethane markets in regions that lack traditional infrastructure. And as demand continues growing, especially from transportation sectors, those investments are likely to accelerate.
And you know what? It's not just about energy. Biomethane is supporting sustainability in so many ways. Waste reduction, lower carbon footprints. It's like solving multiple problems with one solution. I love it. So, speaking of innovative uses of organic waste and sustainability, have you heard about this biochar-based slow-release fertilizer? Developed by researchers at King Saud University, it's a game changer for agriculture.
Absolutely. This is such an exciting innovation. Biochar, as you know, is essentially a carbon-rich material that's created when organic matter, like agricultural waste, is exposed to high temperatures with limited oxygen. It's already great for enhancing soil health, but combining it with slow-release fertilizers, that's next level for sustainable farming.
Right, and it's not just about sustainability here, it's about efficiency too. I mean, this stuff can hold water better, release nutrients more evenly over time, and get this, it reduces runoff. Farmers are going to love this, especially in places where water's scarce.
Exactly. In their tests, the researchers found these fertilizers improved soil moisture retention by up to 47.8%. That's huge, especially for regions dealing with drought or limited irrigation resources. And then there's the nutrient efficiency angle. Less leaching means less pollution and more nutrients reaching the plants.
So you've got healthier crops and less damage to groundwater. It's like a win-win situation. But what's the real-world application here? Are we seeing farmers actually adopt it?
We are actually. Take vineyards as an example. Some have started incorporating biochar based solutions into their practices to improve soil quality and water retention. Vineyards are particularly sensitive to soil health since it directly affects grape quality. These fertilizers not only address that, but help reduce the environmental impact of farming operations.
Hold on, are we talking about like making wine more sustainable? That's incredible.
It really is. And it shows how this innovation isn't just theoretical. It has practical, impactful applications. We're seeing agriculture inch closer to a system where every input, every process can contribute to environmental health as well as production goals.
Okay, I'm already thinking about the ripple effects here. If we can scale this up, you're looking at a whole new way of farming, one that minimizes harm while maximizing productivity. It's exciting. Speaking of biochar making waves in agriculture, let's talk about how it's catching attention beyond farming. Google, for instance, is purchasing 100,000 tons of carbon dioxide removal credits tied to biochar. That's innovation and sustainability coming together on a massive scale, right?
It really is. And what stands out about this is how biochar, which is fascinating on its own as a carbon sequestration tool, is being scaled up to tackle global emissions. It shows how corporations can step up and address their environmental footprint, especially in high-impact industries like tech.
Yeah, and it's even more interesting when you think about their AI operations. Google's energy demand is soaring, but instead of just saying, oh, well, they're investing in these cutting-edge offsets. Sure, it doesn't solve everything, but it sets a standard.
Exactly, and this concept of setting a standard is critical. Look at Andrew Forrest from Fortescue. He's loud and clear about what needs to change. His critique of the oil sector's hesitation on renewables? It's bold, but it's also spot on. Companies can't afford to be passive anymore.
Right, and Fortescue's move to phase out fossil fuels by, what, the end of the decade? That's massive. He's not just talking the talk, he's walking it. And let's not forget, he's calling for real zero emissions, not just net zero. That's an important distinction, isn't it?
It really is. The term net zero often implies offsetting carbon emissions rather than outright eliminating them. Real zero means reducing emissions to nearly zero without relying on offsets. It's ambitious, but it aligns with the urgency we're seeing in climate science.
But here's the challenge, right? A lot of companies are too focused on short-term gains, like quarterly profits, and they're holding back on deeper sustainability commitments. Forrest's approach? It feels like he's playing the long game.
Precisely. He's showing how investing in renewables and sustainable technologies isn't just about addressing climate change, it's also good business. Lower operational costs, stronger consumer trust. It's the future of corporate leadership.
And honestly, that's what it boils down to, leadership. We've got the tech, the science, the know-how. Now it's about making bold choices. Emily, it's been amazing talking through all of this with you today. As always, I'm walking away inspired.
Same here, Alex. These stories remind us that innovation and leadership don't just coexist, they thrive together. And for anyone listening, remember, the role you play matters. Whether it's rethinking energy use or advocating for change in your own community.
Couldn't agree more. So on that note, we'll wrap up here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Until next time, keep pushing for the sustainable future we know is possible. Thank you for listening to Digest This, Unpacking Our Sustainable Future, a Three Rivers Energy Partners podcast. Three Rivers Energy Partners is a renewable energy company that empowers organizations with the ability to create a sustainable future by converting organic waste streams into renewable energy and resources. To get the latest episode of Digest This, or to find out more about Three Rivers Energy Partners, visit threeriversenergy.com or find us on LinkedIn, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. The sustainable future is being created right now. Keep exploring and keep up to speed with the latest in renewable energy and sustainability. See you next time.